folks. There you go. Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video tonight, and we're talking about beating back the programming. Because you need to have systems in place to beat back your programming. Don't forget, while you are here, folks, like and subscribe, help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe, and help me reach more people. Hey, Christy. So we are going to talking about beating back the programming, because that is your real enemy that you have, and it's gonna bring you a lot of problems if you do not know how to deal with it. Okay. Specifically, I'm talking about men who come from single mothers household. Yes, kids who were raised by both parents can cause problems too. But typically the majority are men who come from single mother household. And these are the guys that we want to, or these are the young men, I should say, that we want to talk to and help them to navigate away from the destruction which is inevitable if you do not understand how to build a bulwark between you and the programming, because the programming is going to lead you. 95% of your life is going to come from the programs. 95% of what you do comes from that program. So if it's not a good program, 95% of what you do is going to be negative behavior, and you are not in a position to actually win in life. You are going to suffer. I remember when I was going through a difficult time, not understanding what was really going on in my life. I turned, I was in my early 30s, and I started to figure out, I started to look, I'm like, something is wrong here. What do I do? And I know, there were no help. Not one person show up to help me at all. I suffered during that time. It was mentally agonizing. Suffered. And by some luck, some accident, I stumbled up on something called personal development. And then I started to navigate it and understand it, and started implement, the principles, and apply the principles into my life. And then I learned, something that the Greek says, know thyself. So I begin to know thyself, and I start to make better moves, better choices. And yeah, so without the proper help, I'm telling you, you're gonna suffer, especially when you get into your late 30s. You are gonna find out that the programming is just become, like Dr. Joe Dispenza said, it becomes a repeat. Your life has become a repeat. So meaning that you are not moving forward at all. If you have a good programming and your life being a repeat and a good program, that's great. For most of us, that is not what we are going to experience. Okay, so we are going to Alice, how is it going? So we are going to work on that, and that is what I want to help a lot of you with. The universe gave me one gift, and it is the gift of staying with something for a very long time. The gift of consistency. That's the only gift I think the universe has blessed me with. And a lot of you are going to have to work on it, develop it, and use it to your advantage. your programming is going to cause you so much. So it's going to cost you so much. It's going to cost you your friendships. It's going to cost you your relationships. It's going to cost you to. It's going to cause you to lower yourself. You cannot rise any higher than those thoughts that has been running throughout your mind every single day. You can't rise any higher than those. So that's the reason why we're gonna have to get into practice. Practice developing your systems. Your system is going to be a bulwark between you and your program. You have to beat the program back, push it back. It's gonna come forward trying to take over your life, trying to destroy you, because that's what the programming sets out to do. It's a negative programming. It's a destructful programming. And that's what's gonna do. So push it back, beat it back by implementing systems. You have to work with these principles that I'm telling you about: commitment, discipline, consistency. You need to work with those principles, apply them, use them, stay with something for a good period of time before you quit. All right? All right? So, developing the systems and then use it to your advantage. Remember, I said the Greeks said, know thyself. You must know yourself. What you like, what you don't like, that is crucial on this journey here. Because if you start doing things that you don't like, it's going to eat you up alive on the inside. Okay, and we don't want to do that. We want to uh, stay away from stuff that we don't like. So let's say at your job, you become just antagonistic, hateful, resentful towards your job for whatever reason, for whatever happened there. Maybe you don't like going there anymore. Maybe you weren't treated fairly there, you believe, and you become resentful towards them, angry. So here we go. Know thyself. You're gonna have to know where to work. I understand sometimes we want money, so we just want to get a job, and that is not good sometimes. We're gonna have to like look for a place where the people in inside that building, they are peaceful for the most part. Every once in a while you might find somebody who get pissed off at you or something like that, but for the most part people are just nice. So what do we do here? Look for a place where you have some peace. That's one thing I will say. Don't just go work anywhere, because we are trying to go from the mental agony which the program over a long period of time develops over this mental agony, and it's just mentally torturing. You are not at peace, you are always angry, you are bitter, you are resentful, so forth. So work at a place where it's more peaceful. You can find something peaceful. I don't believe in, oh, there's no jobs, blah blah blah. No. So maybe you might have to be by yourself for a little while. And that's something which I believe a lot of us are going to have to do. Why am I saying this? Because you want to recover All that hell that you put yourself through, arguing back and forth, fights with Lord knows who you got it, if because you got into all types of problems, all types of troubles with all kinds of people. So you need to be by yourself for a while, so you can recover, and then you can come back into, being and having friends again. People start liking you again. You start liking them again, because at one point, I'm sure they might not like you so much because of your behavior. Okay, and that's okay, right? Because you are learning. You are learning on this journey here. It's a learning experience, and you learn what you like and what you don't like, and what's the right thing to do and what's the incorrect thing to do. Right? It's part of the learning process, part of the journey. Okay, so here we go. Know thyself. What friends to hang out with, what friends to hang out with, what type of people to hang out with, what type of people to you do not want to be around. You're gonna have to make those decisions and come to those conclusions. Certain people you can be around, certain people you can't. Know thyself. Okay? And also, you cannot just sit on your couch, unless you are. I think some people might can do that, sit on their couch and meditate and find peace and calm. I am not one of those people. I am a physical guy. I am a practical guy. So I have to get into motion, moving, action. I'm an action guy. Physical. I have to get moving. Okay? And we are trying to build up a bulwark between us and the programming. So we're going to have to do things to keep the programming down. It needs to be down there. If it gets up here and takes over our lives, we are in trouble. This is the programming that we have. I like to call it my blessing, because if without it, I would not be where I'm at today. Doesn't mean I like it, but I have to learn to respect it. It's not a good program, but I learn how to deal with it. And dealing with it, I am. Okay? So, beat back the program, push back the program, keep the program down there where it's supposed to be. Eliminate a good portion of it. Are we ever going to get rid of all of it? Those bad behaviors? Probably not. And if we do, it's going to take a long time. And you have to be on uh, on the lookout 24/7, 7 days a week, watching the program. One thing that I start doing here recently, if I ever slip into any type of aggressive behavior or worrying or anything along those lines, stress, anything like that, I go back to my affirmations. I am peaceful, I am calm. I am calm, I am peaceful. Calm, peaceful, quiet. I am quiet, I'm peaceful, I am calm. I repeat those things over and over and over. Get back into, navigate away from the programming, because I do not want the programming to be running my life. Gonna get me into a whole bunch of problems which I do not want to be in. I don't want to stop to have to go apologize to somebody because I said the wrong thing to them. I want to avoid that all costs. Okay, so that's one thing I'm gonna do. Beat back the program, push back the program, keep the program down where it is. Cannot be on a couch and do it. We have to get physical here. We have to start to get into action. Know thyself. That's one. That's that. So these are the things that helps me. Okay. Move to a new city. Highly recommend that. Move to a city, or a small town would even be even better, where hardly anybody knows you, and start to fester that peace and calm into your life again. Don't just sit still though, because if you sit still, I'm afraid the programming is there and it will just cause you problems anytime it feels like, okay? Or anytime you let it run wild. Move to a small town, move to a smaller city, hardly anybody knows you, and begin to develop your peace again. I want you to hit the gym, get into shape. Rayan, I don't have time to go to the gym and so forth, blah, blah, blah. 20 minutes. Start with 20 minutes. Start with 15 minutes. Then you might extend that to um you can extend that to 25 minutes, 30 minutes. But just get started. The whole goal here is to get started. Get started. Go to the gym. I highly recommend that. If you are from a single mother household, you need to do masculine things to get you to be more masculine, right? Reduce that estrogen, become more masculine. Jump up on the pull-up bar, do some pull-ups, hit the ground, do some push-ups. Grab the weights, lift some weights, and I want you to get into running. You start running, hit the pavement. Bring that chaos into your life. You feel some pain from running and you feel some pain from working out. Great. You need to have that chaos in your life. Now you are at war with your programming. And that's where you need to be. That's what you are up against. Listen to it. Listen to it talking to you. That's what's talking to you. Listen to it. Trauma that you keep on adding, you keep on adding more trauma to on top of your old trauma because you keep on getting yourself into more and more problems, more situations that it's just not helping you. It's making your life worse. Put that down here. Developing your system. And I want you to wake up a little bit earlier than you normally do. And I want you to get into the mental exercises. This is key here. A lot of us, we do physical exercises. And that's great. You look at our bodies and we look great. We look fit, we're in shape. Great. Mentally, you need to be in shape as well. And this is where a lot of us are coming up short. I don't think we understand it really. That's the reason why we don't do it. Or we don't think it's even important to work on these mental muscles. Mental exercises. We are going to, because we want to input some new software, some new programs in to our subconscious minds. And this is when the work comes in. This is when you are going to have to do the reps. You do those bench presses. You're going to have to do the mental bench presses. You're going to lift up some heavy stuff sometimes and some light stuff sometimes. Heavy stuff. I would think of heavy stuff, I would say, where is it? I would say, this would consider heavy stuff. Heavy stuff. Heavy stuff, yeah. For light stuff, I would say this is light stuff. So, some heavy, some light. But you're going to have to do the reps every day. All right. So here we go. Work on your system, develop your system. Build up the system to be a buffer between you and the program. You enjoying life, experiencing life calmly, peacefully, smoothly. Or you can have the program running the show where it is chaos, anger, bitterness, resentment, old trauma, and you become a headache for yourself and other people. Nobody is coming to help you, nobody's coming to save you. When I was in that situation, I knew I needed help. Telling me, oh, go see therapy. I don't have any money for therapy. What are you telling me I go to therapy for? I don't have any money to see no freaking therapist. So, accidentally stumbled upon personal development. And over a period of time, I noticed some things that I was doing. Anytime I stopped doing them, I noticed the old programming keeps sneaking in. So I realized that in order for me to keep this old programming out, I have to put in the work morning, noon, and evening. So that way I can keep this program down. Don't be fooled. The moment you stop, that old programming is right there around the corners. As soon as you stop, it latches on back to you, pull you back into stuff that you are running away from. Now you are in trouble again, right? And we are trying to avoid getting into any type of problem whatsoever. Are there some problems you're gonna have, catch you? Yes. But for the most part, you need the problems to be, the trouble to become as small as possible. Small, tiny to the point where you can brush it off, go to bed, and sleep. And if you have to apologize to somebody, please go and do so, and you can let it go right there. Done. Bye bye. Okay? So, mental exercises, mental reps. Some things that that works for me, still working for me. Like I said, I cannot go without them. That's my drug, right? That's my own therapy. My, this therapeutic medicine that I prescribe for myself. Okay? I don't need some guy from off the street to come give me anything. I create my own medicine, my own drug. So, like I said, know thyself. Know what you like, know what you don't like. Live by yourself for a little while. Get into the gym, get in shape. Run. Wake up early. Now we're going to do the mental reps. What do I work on? I think we're talking about changing our thoughts, changing our life here. Power thoughts. This is something that you want to get into. This is part of the mental reps, day in, day out. Change your thoughts, change your life. This is heavyweight stuff. Rebuilding your vocabulary. So when you are out there and you are talking, your conversation flows more easily. Develop your English, become a little more smarter, a little bit more, become a little bit more knowledgeable, become a better speaker. Doesn't hurt at all. And affirmations, part of the mental reps. You don't need to believe anything in the beginning. Don't even try to believe anything at all, because we are working on the poverty consciousness as well, and we are trying to develop our spirituality. Affirmations, prosperity affirmations. See if I have one here. There we go. prosperity affirmations. Okay? Because we are dealing with the poverty mindset as well. Don't try to want money. Don't try to believe in anything. Just make it a part of your lifestyle. And you're going to use this as part of the mental reps. Okay? Power thoughts, rebuild your vocabulary, prosperity affirmations, prayers, spirituality. Develop your spirituality. Become more calm, more peaceful. It helps a ton. Okay? I have some here. This is prayers, affirmations, personal development. I've been reading this over and over and over. You know? Prayers, affirmations, and then we got some quotes. I love these quotes. So prayers, affirmations, quotes. Another piece I want you to implement into your life. This is part of the daily practice. And this is gratitude affirmations. I want you to become more thankful. Complain less. Reduce the complaining. If you are on the internet and you see some racist guy come on there, start talking stuff, whatever, change your channel. Don't look at him. Don't go react to him. Oh, let me make this reaction video about this racist guy. No. Don't do it. Leave it alone. Stay away from it. It is a waste of time. It's going to keep you poor, keep you broke, keep you miserable, and keep you angry. And guess what? If you're a man, your wife will start cheating on you because you become worthless. You are crying, complaining. Women hate that. They don't like criers, complainers. They don't like it. They might not say it to you, but they don't like it. Okay? Develop mental toughness. That's what they want. If you want your lady go out there into the streets, there's something happen, guess who is going to have to defend her? A whiner? A complainer? No. A guy who is mentally tough. If you got killed, just understand that, hey, killer, just understand that you die trying to protect her. At least you'll still get some kind of respect. Even if the guy take you out, it doesn't matter. That's not the point is, you cannot be a little P word, whining, crying, complaining, criticizing, judging, condemning everybody you see. Just leave those things alone, because your program love that, feeds on it, wants more of it. Wants you to invite more of those people into your life. And your goal is to keep those people out of your life and keep those conversations out of your life, topics out of your life. Okay? So, prayers, affirmations, quotes, power thoughts, building your vocabulary, and also gratitude affirmations, prosperity affirmations, right? And we're going to work on these. And I want you to get some audios. These are audios that you pick. Nobody picked these for you. They resonate with you some way, somehow. And I want you to listen to those over and over and over and over and over every single day till you start to memorize them. Because this is how you beat back the program, push the program back. Keep you out of trouble, save your life, prevent you from going to jail. Because that's what this program will get you killed or get you go to jail. So many of these guys, you see, young men ended up into the cemetery or end up into prison, not understanding at all. And I knew if they have this information here, their lives would have been saved. They didn't. They came from a single mother household where there is nothing but chaos, drama, because you are dealing with a female. She might be on her period and all hell breaks loose. She go to bed happy tonight and tomorrow morning she wakes up on the other side of the bed. Get off the bed on the wrong foot, and it's just chaos and hell. You picked up on that but because you were raised by her, not understanding what you were really absorbing at the time. Your little malleable mind, sponge like, absorb everything. There was no unconscious mind, so everything goes right in your subconscious mind. Then your conscious mind grows later on, covers up your subconscious mind, and what happened? You are now running from that programming that you got for 7 years of real programming. It starts even in the first trimester. It starts in your parents' stomach. How she feel, all those emotions, you picked up on those. You like you're programmed before you were even born. And this is what you are up against. You are not up against anybody from anywhere. There is no white man trying to get you or any of that stuff. You are up against your own programming. It's you versus you when you get up in the morning. And you have to unleash that war, internal war, not outside. Leave those people alone. They have nothing to do with it. It's you and your programming, and you unleash that internal war. You go to war with it. Exercise is a big part of it. You gotta get in shape. You gotta be fit. Work out, run, become more masculine. Keep down the estrogen because you cry like a little B word, like a little B word, and you whine like a little P word. And we do not want to do that to ourselves. We want to be masculine. We want to be powerful, rugged, tough, brawny, muscular, and ready to take on life and take on the world. When the woman look at you, she'll be like, I think this guy can protect me. You might be 5'8", but you are in good shape, just in case. I mean, at least swing your goddamn hand, give him a right hand in his jaw, and you can take off and run off and leave him, something like that. But you need to be able to defend yourself some way, somehow. Okay? That's it. Some kind of, protection to the people who are around you. Some people, you see them, they become a dad, and this guy becomes fat. He's useless. He's worthless. And his wife is looking at him like, I'm going to go fuck Tyrone later on because this guy is a piece of shit. Okay? You don't want to be in a situation. Get into the gym, get in shape, grow some muscles. Get a six-pack if you can, because it's really hard to do. I'm trying to get one here, and it's taking me a long goddamn time to get it. But I will get it, because I go work out every single day, 7 days a week, day 436 days. I run 7 days a week. So I'm working on it, all right? It's not easy, but you need to be in physically good shape to be at war with your internal programming that you were given freely at birth. And they were like, here is your program, Jamal. Take it and go out into the streets and figure it out there. Jamal is going to go to prison, or he's going to die. He doesn't know what the hell you gave to him and how to even fix that. And this is when I come in. Structure. Discipline. Discipline yourself. Discipline your thinking. Discipline your mind, because it runs wild. Sometimes you need to let it do that. But other times, you need to check it. Stay peaceful. Stay calm. Relax. Stay quiet. Give it command. It will follow you over. It's not easy to do in the beginning, but over a period of time, you can do it. All right? Well, that's all I have for you tonight, folks. Hopefully that was helpful. Looking forward to see you guys in a new video. And don't forget to build up a system as a bulwark between you and your programming. It helps a lot. That's what helps me when I was having these problems. Nobody taught me how to deal with them. I was just miserable. I was a miserable person for a long time. I have to learn how to solve my own problem, because there were no goddamn body out there to solve it for me. You know what I'm saying? It was rough. Lost a lot of friends. They couldn't help me. As a matter of fact, they become my enemies at the time. I want some help. I couldn't get any help. Nobody seems to know what I was going through. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. And I learned that you're a man right now. I gotta tell you this as a man. Nobody cares about you if you're a man. They don't. They really don't. And you are gonna suffer if you don't get this information here and put it into practice and start moving in the right direction. Change your life. All right. Ryan here with a new video. Looking forward to see you soon in a brand new video. Bye for now.